Thanks for watching. We're in Benzie County at Sleeping Bear Farms, and I'm with Dave Neske, master beekeeper, and we're talking about bees and honey. Dave, thanks for making the time.
Thanks, Vic.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what it takes to be a beekeeper. You are a master beekeeper. How long have you been doing this?
About 40 years, know, and I guess to become a master beekeeper, it's a title I guess you earn. I don't know, no one told me I earned it.
Well, you've been doing it long enough, and I suppose you earn it. One way is surviving the bee stings. You deal with bees, and you've been stung.
Yes. I've been stung enough. I've been stung enough. I mean, sometimes it goes to your brain,
And you've been stung all over.
Yes, I've been stung all over.
All right, let's talk about what goes on here. For example, we got a young fellow back here doing some stuff with honey. What's happening?
That's Caleb. He is packing star thistle honey, our number one mover.
Okay.
It's the number one honey we produce in this area.
Yeah.
Star thistle is unique, light honey, tastes great. Even though it's an invasive plant, it makes good honey for the beekeeper.
All right, so how much honey are we talking about when you say you produce honey here?
On a yearly basis, we put up about 500 barrels of honey, 55-gallon drums of honey.
Okay. Now, you lead us around the corner here because there's several different parts of what's going on here.
Okay.
And one thing that people may not understand is that you get the honey and you can put them in drums, but you have to heat it up, which is what's going on here.
To get it to Caleb, the honey's got to be brought up to about 128 to 130 degrees to break the crystal in the honey.
Okay, so this is what happens before it goes over to where we just were.
This is being heated up. This will stay in here for probably over the weekend, 3 days, and then they'll pump it over to where Caleb is.
Okay, so now, and then this room, what's happening? What would happen over here?
This room is our raw room. This is how we pack our raw honey. This is a whole different heating system. It's only brought up to a temperature of about 105 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's in there for about 3 days. And then we pump it over to our tank, which is filtered. And then from there, we pack the raw honey.
Boy, and you can really smell the honey over here because you're heating it up. It smells terrific. All right, how are we doing on bees? We hear so much about the bee population not being where we need it to be. How's it going?
Yeah, the bee industry is, basically taking a big hit. I mean, we have viruses that the mites that come along, and the mites are the number one problem. And along with those mites come viruses. And the viruses right now are really kicking our butt.
Now, one thing that I've heard is that the humans are to blame. How much is the human factor in there?
I don't think humans are to blame. I don't.
Yeah.
There's so many things. If you could pinpoint it, it'd be great. But you just can't. I mean, once you think you got a handle on it, they kick our butt.
All right. Now, bees right at the moment as we record this are in California and Florida.
California and Florida.
And they'll be coming back.
Yes. Next Tuesday, we start shipping out of California and coming back to Florida.
So mid-spring is when things kind of heat up here.
Yes. Probably the 5th of April.
Yeah.
We're going to have bees, being dropped off in Michigan.
And then when do you ship them back out?
Late October.
Yeah.
Yep. October, November.
All right. How do the bees like it in this area, especially when you talk about the bears?
Well, the bears are a whole nother issue, Vic. I mean, we're not talking about Chicago bears. We're talking about the black bear. And yeah, they're great critters to have, but in a beekeeper's life,
love the honey.
Well, it's not so much the honey. The honey is like the dessert. They're after the grubs, which is the baby bee.
Oh, okay.
That's where your protein and your fat is. And they go after that. And yeah, they do play havoc. They do.
And as we all know, the Chicago Bears are basically harmless. All right, Dave, not enough time, but thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Talking bees and honey at Sleeping Bear Farms in Benzie County, I'm Vic McCarty. My News 26.